Hello and welcome to World in 2 Minutes, keeping you up to date with the latest developments around the world. Let's begin. The Japanese economy has been measured as stalling in July as wages fell further and household spending dropped, which signals a continuing trend of weakness in the world's third biggest economy. According to data released on Friday, the inflation rate remained unchanged and the core price consumer index that excludes volatile fresh food prices rose 3.3% in July, the same as a month earlier. Much of the rise is sourcing from a 2 percentage point of increase in Japan's sales tax in April, which has since stopped much of the stream from the country's economic recovery. A poll published Friday showed support for Scottish independence is increasing 3 weeks ahead of a referendum amid attempts by British Prime Minister David Cameron to make the business case for retaining the Union. A Survation survey found 47% of respondents would vote yes to independence, compared to 53% who would vote no, excluding people who were undecided. This was a considerable narrowing of the gap between the two sides in a similar poll 3 weeks earlier, in which 43% said they would vote yes versus 57% who would vote to remain in the Union. Cameron on Thursday urged Scottish people to reject independence in a rare speech in Glasgow, in which he argued the Union was a strong economic advantage. However, the ranks of those who want to end more than 300 years of union with the rest of the United Kingdom appear to be swelling. Filipe Lazzarini, UN's humanitarian coordinator for Somalia, said on Sunday Somalia is hurtling towards a second famine in 3 years that could be prevented if donors increased funding. Lazzarini said rapidly rising malnutrition and food shortages across the country resemble the warning signs which preceded the 2011 famine, in which about 260 people died. Donors have pledged billions of dollars to rebuild Somalia after more than 2 decades of strife, but little progress has been made. A leader of pro-Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine, Alexander Zakharchenko, said on Friday that they have agreed to open a corridor for encircled Ukrainian soldiers upon Russian President Putin's call for a leaving of those soldiers from the battlefield. Zakharchenko told on Russia 24 TV, "We're ready to give a humanitarian corridor." And with this story, we have come to this hour's top stories. You can always find more at trtworld.com. Until we meet again, goodbye.